Even a character as crazy and insane as Deadpool can still have a heart. So this is the story where Deadpool actually saves a life. This one's kind of a really rare type of comic, but personally one of my favorite story styles where they just kind of show off like a one-off moment for different characters like Deadpool, Superman, Spider-Man, where they just kind of save an innocent, but even saving one person can still have a big effect, you know? So this is Deadpool issue number 20, more specifically if anyone's curious. So we start off the issue with a girl at the top of a building and you hear behind her somebody say, "Don't jump." And we see it's Deadpool saying, "Please, not here. You should actually go do this at Parker Industries down the street. They really deserve something like this." And she gets mad at him. She's like, "Bro, are you really making jokes right now? That's like, come on, seriously." And then Deadpool still tries to kind of troll her a little bit, but actually sits down and tries talking to her, telling her, "Hey, hasn't this place already seen enough problems? I mean, Ultron just went ham recently. Like, come on, it doesn't need your ghost wandering the streets nearby either." And of course, I mean, I am Deadpool, so you're not getting the best superhero for the best kind of advice, but hey, I'm all you got. And Deadpool just continues trying to kind of like egg her on and have her talk to him, and she just kind of stops him right there, being like, "Don't act like you actually care about me." And Deadpool's like, "Hey, look, you're actually being pretty presumptuous right now. You think I do care. I don't. I actually haven't gotten to that point yet because you won't let me, so let me try to care." And she literally like claps back saying, "Are you trying to make me jump?" And he's like, "No, never, but I've been told I can get people to that point." And she starts to cry because she's realizing Deadpool is the only person that's nearby and she hates it. And he puts an arm on her shoulder saying, "Hey, Parker Industries up the street. We can do it. Come on." And this is where Deadpool actually starts to become a real good guy instead of just constantly trolling her and asks, "Hey, even though this might be your last night on Earth and you truly believe that, let me at least take you out on your last night. Have you seen Hamilton yet?" And she starts to laugh, saying, "No, of course I haven't. Aren't tickets like absolutely impossible to get?" And Deadpool is like, "Don't worry, I got this. I know a guy." And we see that they actually have some box seats for Hamilton, the show, and she's kind of freaking out because Deadpool definitely just took out 2 people to take their seats. But he assures her, "Don't worry, they were horrible people. They were actually manslaughtering slumlords, so it's okay. I already knew about it. Here we got these seats. Let's enjoy the show." And then once the show's over, Deadpool's like, "All right, where's the next place? Where are we going? What's new?" And she actually makes a joke saying Parker Industries observation deck, and it actually completely shocks Deadpool of her making a joke about jumping. And this is where the story starts to take a bit more of a Deadpool style turn, and he asks her if all her problems can be solved with some punching. And of course, she's pretty, hesitant. "I don't know if it's actually gonna work for punching, but I know what you're gonna say. Violence doesn't solve everything." And Deadpool says, "Well, you're actually terrible at guessing what I'm gonna say because I think violence solves everything." And he explains to her that the night is very young. They can go out, take out some bad people, because what he actually has is every day at the Avengers, they actually get a bunch of mail from people of bad people. And Deadpool kind of keeps this on him as like pro bono and goes out to take care of these bad people anytime he's bored or just needs to let off some steam. So he wants her to make the rounds with him. And she doesn't necessarily agree to join him, but she does either way. And then we finally get to learn what her name is. Her name is Danielle. And Deadpool says, "Oh, thank God. I was worried you were a Robin." And then we get to find out who their first victim is, and it's Jordan Hart, who's apparently been robbing elderly neighbors to feed a drug habit. And they knock on the door saying, "Hola, sexy maids!" And eventually they just break down the door. And we see they actually knocked out Jordan Hart's mother. And then the fight gets started. Deadpool knocks out the guy on the ground, and now he starts having Danielle give it a shot. And she kind of gives him like her own crappy, wimpy little kicks to the butt, and Deadpool starts to boo her to make her be more aggressive. And they do save the day and return a lot of the things for the people in the neighborhood. But the night is not over. There's actually a group of hackers that are now ransoming back data. More specifically, any nudes that they find are being uploaded to a revenge site. And Deadpool excitingly tells her, "Hey, we don't gotta pull any punches on this next one though." And once they get there, they knock on the door again. Sexy maids are here, exploding through the entrance. And then we get that all-out brawl of Deadpool, Danielle, and all these hackers chasing them down. And Deadpool, of course, is taking out a majority of them, but one does try to go after Danielle, and she whacks him in the head with a bat. and then she starts demolishing through all the computers and all the systems inside. And now that that's over, they steal a motorcycle and start riding off. And Deadpool tells her, "Aren't you glad you picked up my address to fail to off yourself? This is so much fun." And Danielle replies saying, "Yeah, but I think I'm done. I think I have a good handle on the rest of the world. I think I'm ready. You can just drop me off wherever." And this is where Deadpool gets a bit sentimental. He can't just drop her off anywhere. He's smart enough to know that he's dumb enough that he can't help her, but they can, arriving at a hospital. And we learned that throughout this whole night, Deadpool has actually been texting constantly, and the person he's been texting is the hospital to get her some help. They're already expecting her. And Danielle says, "Well, what if I don't want to go in? Are you gonna force me to?" And Deadpool says, "I don't know, because I think you do want to walk in. I mean, want to walk in with me? We can go visit all the old people I accidentally hurt tonight." And he tells her, "I don't think you're crazy. You just need a little help, and I'm sadly not the guy to help you." And she gets off the motorcycle and they walk in together. And as she walks in, finally accepting that help, Deadpool is like, "Man, unkilling someone is so much harder than what I usually do." And as Deadpool walks out, he actually starts to realize the perfect advice he actually could have given her. You gotta remember, no matter how bad things get, that life is fluid. There's always the chance that something great is waiting right around the next corner. You just have to keep finding a way to keep rounding corners, as Deadpool accidentally steps in dog poo. And that is the story of Deadpool actually saving a life. Who would have thought the merc with a mouth actually has a little bit of a heart? And I love these kinds of stories for Deadpool because I feel like a lot of people don't know a lot about Deadpool and that he's actually a really caring guy. And there's a lot of stories that show that. And I just really like this one personally. It's one of my favorites and hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Next time, make sure to go check out my main gaming channel as well. We're doing a lot of Sparking Zero content starting pretty much right now. I think by the time this video is up, a Sparking Zero video should also be up. So go check that out. We also do a lot of short content over here and TikTok. I'm just on every platform. Links are all down below. We grind in every single day. I love y'all. See you guys in the next one.